People say you don't miss what's for you. And I don't think I agree with that. I think that a lot of people miss what's for them. I think a lot of people sit stuck in comfort and they don't want to be uncomfortable for even a moment to get to where they're supposed to be. I think a lot of times because someone's comfortable, they believe that that's what's for them. But then they'll complain about it actually not being for them. It could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a job or an area that you live in. It could be anything. It could be your mindset. It could be your mindset. You know consciously that that thing is not serving you. You can consciously identify where you're feeling unhappy and unfulfilled in those particular areas of your life. Yet many people say that must be for them because nothing else better maybe came along or has come along. But I disagree with that. I think people settle. I think a lot of people settle, and then in the midst of them settling, they don't want to complain as much, possibly because people are tired of hearing them complain about the same thing. And they act as if they have no choices. They act as if life is just supposed to offer them everything without them making any kind of sacrifice. Like in this life, you have to get uncomfortable. You just want something. You can't just use the privilege of saying, I want it, so just give it to me. Like you have to find yourself worthy of the things that you're asking for. What if you're asking for a wonderful mate, right? Because you want to get married. You want to have a husband or a wife or let's just say that you want to go somewhere and do something, or you want a promotion, but you might not actually want to do the work to get said thing. Like everybody wants to get married, but nobody wants to be a husband or a wife. What does that actually mean to be a husband or a wife? People think that being married is something that's just about the wedding. The the marriage is about the marriage. And a lot of people don't even know what that means. And to be honest with you, I did not learn what that meant until I got a divorce. When you're still in the marriage, it's too close. You're too close to it. And when you're too close to it, you really can't see where the problems are, where you could be better. But I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, let me get my water. Okay. But I'm trying to tell y'all, having a wedding is beautiful. It's wonderful. The idea of getting married is wonderful. I love being a wife. But I will say to you, so a lot of people don't even know what that means. When you're married, you're just assuming that what you're doing is the right thing. It doesn't really have anything to do with what everyone else is doing until you start paying attention to what everyone else is doing. And the reason that that's problematic, though, is because you can't really figure out who you are. And if you get married young, you have no idea who you are. Like, you have no idea who you are. So you can't offer your full self to your husband or your wife because you don't know who you are yet. And you should not be getting married until you know who you are. Because now you're going to make this other person responsible for fulfilling you. You're going to make this other person responsible for being the hole filler all the time. And when they don't have the capacity to fill your holes any longer, they're going to destroy you. Y'all just don't. If there was any advice that I could give out, you better get to know yourself before you find yourself wanting to get to know somebody else. Find yourself. Because these people cannot be responsible for your livelihood mentally and emotionally. They can't be. That's heavy lifting. Nobody wants that kind of responsibility. All right, I'm not gonna dig into that anymore. Maybe next week sometime. But I did want to let you guys know that I created a new podcast. It is on Apple and Spotify and a few other places, but the link is in my bio. Also, I did launch an e-school. It's Positive Focus Holistic e-school. I think that's the name. It's a long name, I know, but that's the name. So in there, I have a new course that's coming out for women and one for coming out for men. It's just for sisterhood and brotherhood, trying to help us be better amongst one another. There's a healing course in there. And I created a new wellness circle. Now, the wellness circle is $5.55. And what I'm doing is we're going to have mantras and blog posts and questions and a community where you can talk amongst one another. I wanted to create a space where we could receive one another. And you don't have to put your real name up there if you don't want to. It's a space of love and of care and consideration. And what if another person is going through what you're going through, and you can find someone in there to chat with, and you guys start healing each other? So I just wanted to have a space for that. So that link is in the bio also. I think that's it. The books are in the store. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting all of this. Thank you for wanting to be better, because we're better collectively. We have to do the individual work, right, to become our highest, most beautiful self. But we also are responsible collectively for all of us, okay? So just be kinder to one another. Be more gentle with one another. And for God's sake, be patient with one another, because we're all asking for a little patience. You feel me? All right. I love you guys. Check out the website. Check out the blog. Just check out some things. All right. Bye.